Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. We are going to be getting started with our live session. We're going to give a quick moment for people to join us. We already have some students on board. I'm going to give a shout out to Miranda. Thank you for joining, Miranda. Visa. We are going to get started shortly. But while you guys are joining, we have a cool little icebreaker for you. So while y'all are here, if you can tell us your name and your caffeine strategy, if you go for coffee, tea, energy drinks, or just vibes, go ahead and put that in the chat. Tell us right now. And our coordinators will actually be sharing that with you guys also when they introduce themselves. So this is also a link that you guys can utilize. Danny, thank you for joining us. Adolfo, thank you. Hello, hello. Hi, Paola. Thank you for joining. What is y'all's strategy for caffeine? Is it coffee, tea, energy drink, or vibe? Um, Also, is it all of the above? And tell us your name. Who's here with us today? Thank you for joining. Always go for an energy drink. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. As y'all join, go ahead and continue to put this in the chat. We'll give shout outs throughout the presentation or at the end. Iced coffee is Miranda's go-to. Awesome. Thank you. At the end, we'll give some more shout outs. We'll go through all of the comments. If there's any questions or comments or shout outs, we'll go ahead and do them at the end. We're going to go through our presentation so that way we can give you all the information that you need about living on campus, pro tips for living on campus. We have Danny that drinks tea. Dana is an RA. Hi, Dana. And all of the above for Paola. Um, Classic Smooth 7 from 7 Brew. That's a little shout out. And then Catalina drinks tea. Awesome. Thank you guys for joining. We're going to go ahead and get started. Keep commenting, keep being active in the chat, and we will give some more shout outs and Q&A at the end. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started today. We are on our live session. It is pro tips for living on campus. And with that, we have a couple of reminders for our application. So reminders that our room assignments for Brownsville are open. So if you still need to apply, go ahead and apply as soon as possible. There are a few room assignments left to be given. And then in Edinburg, we are open for our standby list, and we are booking people daily on that off that standby list. So please, if you need to apply or if you have any questions, please let us know. We are booking people daily. Keep an eye on your emails, your phone, and just be ready in the case that you are able to get a room assignment in Edinburg. This is the QR code for all previous and upcoming sessions. At the end of every session, at the end of the day, a recap is posted with all of the important markers that you might need. Last Tuesday session is already on, and it has all of the highlights that you, if you may have missed it, you can go back and review those sessions. So please make sure to go and check those out. And then here we have meeting our team. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Monica Vera. I'm the Assistant Director of Housing and Residence Life here. And my undergrad, a little bit about me is that my undergraduate degree was in marketing, majored in marketing, and then my master's degree was in higher education. So that is a little bit about me, and the team is going to go ahead and introduce themselves.
Hi everyone, my name is Merari de la Fuente. I am a housing coordinator for the Edinburg campus. I oversee Heritage and Troxel Hall. And as far as my education, I'm a UTRGV alumni. I got my bachelor's degree in mass communications and my master's degree in criminal justice. And my caffeine of choice is Alani energy drink.
Hi, everybody. My name is John Gutierrez. I'm a housing coordinator here in Edinburg as well. I oversee Unity Hall. My major was history. My minor was philosophy, and I also graduated from UTRGV as well. My caffeine is usually coffee. Yeah.
Hey y'all, I'm CJ. I'm the housing coordinator for the Village Apartments. I'm also a UTRGV alumni, and I studied biology with a concentration in biology.
And hello everyone, my name is Judith Valdez. I'm the housing coordinator for the Brownsville campus at the Casa Bella Apartments. I'm a UTRGV alumni as well, and I have got my bachelor's in criminal justice with a minor in legal studies and a master's in criminal justice. And I am vibes all year long.
Love that. We have a few team members that aren't joining us today. We have our Associate Dean for Policy Management and Director of Residence Life, Miss Rebecca Gadsden. You will be able to meet her as these sessions go on or even when school starts. We also have Randy Cordeño, who's our Facilities Coordinator, and Georgino Lozano, who's our Administrative Assistant. They work really hard, or we all work really hard together to make sure that we are ready for you guys, not just through move-in, but all year. So we are going to go ahead and get started.
Okay. So, this is some information what to expect on move-in day. So, if you're going to be an incoming resident living with us this upcoming year, this is what you can expect on move-in day. Our move-in day is August 29th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And these are just some steps that you can expect once you arrive to your assigned hall. So, step one is arrive at your hall, arrive at your assigned facility, whether it's Unity, Heritage Troxel Village, or Casa Bella in Brownsville, and you can find the address more in our moving guide that you can find online, or also I believe we have sent out a couple of emails with the moving guide. And then step two is check in with your student ID. This is a really important step because a lot of students tend to think that they're going to move in all at once. So step two is get down from your vehicle, find the check-in area at your assigned hall, and do not unload your items yet. Just bring your student ID because there is some paperwork that you will have to do before you go ahead and move in. Step three is review room and sign RCR. RCR stands for Room Condition Report. A staff member will show you to your room, explain the room condition report, and give you time to review your space carefully. So these are all things that you have to do before you're able to start moving your stuff in. Step four is get your keys. When you have finished, return to the check-in area to return your paperwork and receive your keys. So once you turn in your RCR, then you will go ahead and get your room keys, and that is when you can start moving in all of your items, which leads us to step five, move in your items. Now you are ready to move in. Volunteers may be able to assist you on moving day, but you are able to move in at your own pace. Something that we want to note is that once you receive your keys, you're able to come and go from your assigned facility as you please. Let's just say you forget something at home or you're missing a couple of items. Once you get your keys, you're officially residing on campus and have the ability to come and go as you wish.
Awesome. And with that, we're going to start with our move-in maps. Just as a quick refresher from last week, we are going to go over both move-in maps for Brownsville and Edinburg. So here you will see the Edinburg move-in map. I'm going to make it bigger so that way it's easier for you to see and kind of zoom in on some areas. So here you'll see the moving map for Edinburg. Sugar Road is the main road where all of our facilities are. And once you come on Sugar Road, you will have, you may be arriving through Shunier, which is on near the UREC side. And then University is all the way over here. So Sugar is kind of that middle ground. And that's where all of our facilities are. I'm going to start with Heritage and Troxel. So once you arrive at Heritage and Troxel, you can park in the parking lot right this way. And the unloading zone is going to be here. This is going to be reserved for larger items or things that need to be a little bit closer to the sidewalk. But we do recommend that you do park in the parking lot and leave this unloading zone open for larger items or for emergency items. And so with that, the check-in tent will be right outside of Heritage Hall. You're going to park and come in. Like Meta said, do not move your stuff just yet. You will park and come in on your own or maybe with one family member to check in and get shown your room. Once the RA takes you up, you will come back to this check-in tent, and then you'd be able to start unloading your items through the main entrances. That's the same for Troxel Hall. It's just a little bit further down, but the parking lot is the same. So you're going to be able to access Heritage and Troxel from this parking lot. We will be flashing the campus map so that way you can know what parking lot this is. Next, we have Unity Hall. The same concept is you would enter into Unity Hall, and the unloading zone is going to be open for those larger items. Same up here, the unloading zone. We recommend that you park a little bit further to allow for those unloading zones to be utilized. And then here you have some emergency exits. So this is an emergency exit. This is an emergency exit. This one as well as this one. So every corner of the facility has an exit that'll be utilized for move-in day. So you do not have to go through the lobby to move in your items. You just have to go in to the area once it's time to move in your items. And then for Village, this is the Village office in the back quad. This is the Village apartments. We will be showing as or in the last session we showed which apartment complex was A, B, C, D, or E. Um, and so that's already shown, but so you can go and look at those past sessions. But essentially, this is where you would park. These are the Village Apartments parking lots all the way from here to here. Recommend again parking near your location and then walking over to the Village office to check in. Those are the three facilities in Edinburg. Then we have some other cool things highlighted for you on this on this map. We have University PD and transportation, parking and transportation. This is where you can pick up your parking permit. PD is right nearby all of our facilities. So in the case that you have a lost and found item or anything for PD, this is where you would come. We also have some Volt stops for you. And outlined here, you have the University Recreation Center. This is where we're going to be hosting our mandatory town hall. You're going to learn more about that a little bit later. But this is that location that we're looking at. It's right near all of our facilities. We have outlined for you both another Volt stop and the crosswalk. This crosswalk can be used for Heritage and Troxel residents to get across the street and all the way to either Unity if they want to hang out, Village, or even University Recreation. So that crosswalk is utilized. It's the same for any Unity or Village residents that would like to come over and walk to the dining hall. So this is Bronx Trail right here, and you would walk all the way here to the dining hall near Heritage and Troxel parking lot. So if you wouldn't like to walk, there's another Volt stop right here, and we went ahead and we outlined them because the Volt will take you from either the Village, Unity, or Unity all the way to this parking stop or this Volt stop, and that is right near the dining hall. So it's very helpful for you. They have this route specifically for residence halls, and it's really helpful for our students if they need to get to the dining hall in a hurry. So that's helpful. Another thing that's outlined here is the University Center. It's right across from the dining hall. This is actually where our staff, all of us, are located right now. It is where our main office is. So if you have any questions during business hours from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., or if you'd like to get a hold of a full-time staff member, most of the time we are here, and sometimes they are in their residence halls. So this is another place where you can find us, or if we request to have a meeting, or if you need to come and pick up a package, this would be or like a different type of package or something from us. This is where you can come. So that is helpful. This is again one giant map. I highly recommend utilizing this. And then I'm going to go ahead and flash a QR code for the overall campus map so that you can kind of put them together and see where the parking zones are, what the parking lot is called, so you can prepare for move-in day. And if you have any questions, again, please let us know in the chat, and we can revisit this map at the end.
Now for Brownsville's move-in map, you are going to go ahead and park where it says check-in parking. You will go ahead and park and then cross the street and go into our Casa Bella check-in. That's where we will be able to assist you and give you all the information about your room. And Ari will go ahead and help you go back to your assigned building and do the proper check-in. After that, in terms of parking, you will go ahead and park in near your building. You can first park near the building, but once you are finished, we do encourage you guys to go ahead and park at a further just distance, just to allow other people to go ahead and park closer. Now we do have UPD that is right across from us. Right there where it says entrance is once you have done your RCR and everything, you'll go back to your check-in parking, and that's when you will be able to go inside through the entrance. If you do need to exit, we do only have one exit, which will be through building 6.
Hello, everyone. Now we're going to go over move-in information. So our schedule, August 29th, new students will move in 9 to 12. Um, all new students that are first time in college, even with additional college credits, which is, like, for example, dual credit students. Our returning students and upperclassmen will move in 1 to 4. All returning or upperclassmen students have additional college credits aside from dual enrollment, right? And so before August 29th, we have early move-in requests. So all first-year students participating in Roundup are encouraged to submit an early move-in request, and the deadline to submit an early arrival request is August 8th, 2025. So go ahead and check out our moving guide. Our moving guide has helpful information such as room dimensions, community details, packing list, and more to help you have a successful move-in. Enrollment before you arrive, ensure you have registered for classes so your space is secured. Check your housing portal for details on your room assignment as well. And our payment deadlines, the deadline is August 27, 2025. Institutional payment plans are available through UTRGV's bursar's office.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and talk about how you can find your roommates. I know that this is a big conversation that is about the finding your roommates and where I can find them and how I can find their information. And so this is a quick kind of how-to guide on how to find your roommates. So I'm going to zoom in here. Here at the top, you're going to see an important notice that room assignments are in progress, which means that, yes, while you have your space and you have a bed secured on campus, sometimes there's changes that might need to happen, whether we get a request or there's a layout change. We try our best to kind of accommodate as best as possible and ensure that you have a comfortable and safe space, and always have a comfortable and safe space. But there's times where we might have to kind of change or move you around within the building or within the locations to make sure that everybody is accommodated. So with that being said, this is a great way to find your current information. On move-in day, you can log on to your portal and make sure that the information that you have is updated and accurate. We do not recommend that you screenshot and hold on to that information for a long time. Definitely check that portal live to make sure that your room number and roommates are updated constantly. Here you'll find your room assignment for both fall and spring. They should be matching. So if they're not matching, go ahead and let us know. They should be matching, so you should have the same room for both fall and spring, unless otherwise requested, but it should be matching. And then this is your room number and your room space. So here you'll find that. And then if you scroll, you're going to see a quick guide to understanding your roommate table below. And it talks about what I'm about to explain right now. So here you'll see name first and name last, and then you'll see some rows that go all the way down. You'll see that it says fall 2025 3 times, and then spring 2026 3 times. If you have all your roommate, or if all your roommates are assigned. If it only has 1 or 2, that might mean that there's still people pending to be added to your space. Once you see this, you also can look here at the room space to match your room number. So the person that matches your room number is your roommate. So for this example, let's just say me, I'm in North 101A, that is North 101 room and then side A or bed A. Whenever we scroll down, you'll see that somebody else is in North 101, which is both in my room, and in B, in bed B. So that's the other side of my room. Then you'll see North 103, A and B, those are your suite mates. Those are the students that are going to be sharing the bathroom with you, but they are assigned in a different room. And this is the same even for Heritage and Troxel Hall, where you might have 101A, 101B, 102A, 102B. And that'll show that those people are in your space. Y'all are sharing a restroom, and the person that matches your room number is sharing your room your room. That's how to find your roommates. In the apartments, it does look a little bit different. It's separated by letters. So it's the same apartment number, let's say 120, and it's A, B, C, and D. Every letter changes the room. So if you have your own room, it's A and B. And then in Casa Bella, if you are in a double, that is A, B, and A, Judith. I'm going to bring Judith on. She's an expert for that, but she can help me out. But in Casa Bella, most of the time, you do have those room letters. Judith, if you can help me out with what you'll see.
Yes, of course. So if you are in a double, it would be, for example, 121A1, and then your other roommate would be 121A2.
So similar to here, except it's A1 and A2 if you are in a double room. If you are in a single room, it's per letter. So A, B, C, and D. Same for the village apartments. And again, this is where you can find their name. And then this is where you can find their UTRGV email. So we highly recommend that you reach out to them ahead of time via UTRGV email. And that way you can find other ways to get in contact with them. Again, this is going to be on your housing portal where you applied for Housing and Residence Life, where you applied through your application. You go to that portal and it says upcoming booking info at the very top. You would click that tab and this is what you will see. So again, any questions, go ahead and place them in the comments.
Tips for getting to know your roommates. So you can reach out through the UTRGV email, which was listed on the page that Monica just showed everyone. And then if you guys want to connect through social media, you guys can exchange your Facebook, your WhatsApp, your Instagram, your X handle, like all those good things. You can also meet each other on move-in day. And we'll also have opportunities to attend community meetings. So this is kind of meet everybody on your floor, meet everybody in your quad or your tower kind of events that we will have that first weekend after move-in. And then also we will have other events like throughout the weekend that are more school-wide that you can go, you can hang out with your roommates, you can socialize, you can meet maybe other people, like go together from your floor or with your RA and those good things. Okay, so once again, we're going to kind of go over some things that we recommend bringing on your move-in day. So this would be your bedding and your linens. This is going to be your pillow, your blanket, your comforters, your mattress pads. Most beds are twin XL, except for some rooms. They will have a full-size mattress, and that would be in your room description of your room assignment. So we also recommend bringing towels and washcloths and any other bathroom essentials like toiletries, which would include bringing your own toilet paper and shower caddy. Electronics we recommend bringing are your laptops, your tablets, your chargers, and making sure you have a surge protector power strip, no extension cords. We also allow lamps as long as they're not halogen bulbs. That way you guys can have a little lamp on your desk and study while your roommate's asleep or all those good things. Laundry, so as you guys know, each facility does have their own laundry units, and we recommend bringing high efficiency laundry detergent, hampers, hangers, and irons with auto shut-off features. So we only allow heating appliances that have auto shut off features. If it doesn't, then it would be prohibited, right? And then other things to consider bringing are like food and snacks and eating utensils. If you bring a bike lock, bring closet storage organizers and cleaning supplies like sprays, trash liners, small vacuum, air fresheners, and hand soap. So another tip that we have for move-in day is to make sure you pack all your belongings in boxes or totes. Loose items can easily be lost or misplaced. All boxes and totes should be labeled with your name, residence hall, and room number so they can be clearly identified if they are left behind. So things not to bring are pets other than fish in a maximum 10-gallon tank, open coil heating or cooking devices. So this is toasters, hot plates, space heaters, candles or incense, fireworks, so anything that has an open flame or is flammable. Weapons or anything that can resemble a weapon. So this includes Nerf guns and water guns. Drug paraphernalia, large amounts of cash, tobacco. UTRGV is a tobacco-free campus, which includes electronic cigarettes and vape pens. So once again, extension cords are not allowed. We highly recommend bringing surge protectors instead. Multi-plug adapters without the UL-approved surge protectors. So those are looking up like the little box with the multiple plugs to extend the outlet a little more. So those just make sure that they have the surge protector on them. So string lights and Christmas lights, unless battery operated. Hoverboard, microwaves, and routers are also not allowed. So we will be hosting an additional live session. Well, actually, it's this live session to go over the resident handbook, and we'll probably hit it more in detail with other things. But if you guys have questions, reach out to us or refer to your resident's handbook. And health and safety inspections are conducted regularly to ensure the safety of all residents.
Okay, so now that we've covered some move-in information, we want to take a moment to just focus on some tips and information on our resident handbook. So our mission is that as the Department of Housing and Residence Life, we are committed to providing a safe and affordable residential community experience for students that supports and enhances mutual respect, student learning, personal growth, and academic achievement. As previously mentioned, we want to ensure that there is respect for yourself, for your roommates, for your home, university staff, and community. Another thing that we don't condone any pranks or hazing. Additionally, for safety, we want to ensure that you are taking care of the community and you report any suspicious activity. And if it were ever the case that you evacuate immediately if you see a fire or hear the fire alarm. For security, we just want to ensure that you guys do lock your doors and keep your windows shut and locked at all times. Now, if it were ever the case where you are locked out of your room, please ensure to call the RA on call to assist you and make sure that you never share your keys with anyone and you always have your ID with you. So you may ask yourself, what can I call the RA for? So you may call them for any maintenance concern, any policy violation, any guest visitation questions. If you're ever locked out or if you've lost your key, we actually do encourage you guys to let us know as soon as possible just for security measures. Another thing is if you ever have any community concerns, if there's ever any disturbance, or if you just have any other questions or concerns that you would like some answers to. So for some guest and etiquette, we do have visitation hours, which are from Sunday to Thursday, 10 a.m. to 1 a.m., and Friday and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. We do have quiet hours, which are from Sunday to Thursday from 10 p.m. to 10 a.m., and Friday through Saturday from 12 a.m. to 10 a.m. And this is just to keep a living and learning environment conductive to sleep and studying, ensuring we're just being respectful of others.
And As for sleepovers, there's no overnight guests of the opposite sex allowed in your room. Check with your roommate if you would like to have a friend spend the night, and contact the area on call to notify housing of any overnight guests. Hosting guests. All visitors must be checked in at the front desk. Both residents and their guests are responsible for knowing and following UTRGV student code of conduct and housing rules. And so some handbook highlights. Renters insurance, very important. The university does not provide insurance for personal property. So you as students can minimize the financial impact of theft or natural disasters by insuring your own personal property as well. Cooking policy. No open heating elements, no moving sharp edges or other moving electric parts. Um, as for decorations, all decorations should be of a temporary nature so as not to permanently deface or damage the room, right? So, and no candles as well. Anything that could damage any of the room's walls or anything like that, those decorations aren't allowed. And room searches and seizures. So we do have some reasons. We do have reasons for rooms may be entered include but are not limited to when a known emergency exists, when there is evidence that a possible emergency or violation of university regulation exists. For maintenance, we can also enter, and we also have health and safety inspections as well.
Okay, guys, so alcohol is not allowed if everyone in your suite is not over 21. So our policy is kind of like if you guys, like maybe you yourself are over 21, but your suite mate is not, then you're not allowed to have alcohol within the room or within the suite. We also don't allow smoking, so UTRGV is proud to be tobacco free. All forms of tobacco are prohibited inside the halls, apartments. And this includes any kind of vape. And we also, UTRGV is also a drug-free zone, so like no drugs, guys. And then who is here to help you guys? If you guys ever need assistance, you guys have questions, or are just wondering in general, like things that you can utilize across campus. So you have your housing coordinator, and your housing coordinator or HCs are full-time live-in professional staff members who oversee the day-to-day operations of each residential community. This includes, but is not limited to, supervising RAs, advising hall councils, promoting student leadership opportunities, following up on facility concerns, adjudicating conduct cases related to residents, student behavior, and serving as a professional staff resource for residents living in the community. And you also have resident assistants or RAs. And RAs are trained student staff members who strive to build relationships with residents, serve as a resource and referral agent for community members, assist in building safety and security through on-duty service every every night, and conduct health and safety inspections and help maintain community standards of behavior. So RAs are selected as peer educators based on their skill and willingness to assist residents in being successful at UTRGV. And basically, like the HCs and the residents, like our housing staff, we're here for you. We're here for you guys to utilize us as a resource.
Okay, guys, so now I'm going to be talking a little bit about Residence Hall Association, which is an organization that is found, or you can find inside the Housing and Residence Life Department. So a little bit about RHA, their mission statement, our mission statement. The UTRGV Residence Hall Association, RHA, is a student-led organization whose purpose is to provide a sense of community, leadership development opportunities, and community engagement for the students that live in UTRGV housing communities. So that's just a little bit of a fun fact. If you are a resident or an RA, you are a part of RHA. The choice here is to be active and participate and be involved in all of the events and opportunities that RHA can offer. So just a little bit of more about some of the opportunities that RHA offers. Leadership development. RHA gives residents the opportunity to gain leadership experience by planning, executing, and volunteering at various programs throughout the year. So something that's cool about RHA is if you as a resident have an idea for an event or a program that you want to see at one of the halls, if you're involved in RHA, you can go ahead and help us plan that and make that event happen for our community, which is something that's super cool about being involved in this organization, as well as community engagement. RHA fosters a sense of community through the various committees and opportunities. And we would recommend that you join our team or stop by our events to learn more. So if you're interested in being involved with our Housing and Residence Life community or our department, we strongly recommend that you get involved with RHA to seek these opportunities and learn a little bit about how you can actively participate in everything that we do. And then lastly, Vaquero Spirit. RHA loves UTRGV, which you guys should already, because you guys are going to be vaqueros. You guys are going to be living with us. So it's really important that we embody that Vaquero Spirit. We strive to connect residents to their Vaquero Spirit by providing opportunities to attend athletic events and larger campus programs. So look out for these events during Spirit Week, which is something that's really cool about RHA, that we kind of are a community that strives to go to a lot of these events together, so that residents that are maybe wanting to meet new people, wanting to meet new friends, have the chance to do so by being involved in RHA. All right, and this is just some things that RHA participates in. So look out for these things throughout the semester, because RHA does host a lot of these things. Town hall meetings. We have town hall meetings every semester, and that is essentially just meetings that we have with all of our residents. Whoever wants to join us is able to do so, and that's where we talk about maybe any concerns that residents may have, anything that they want to see, or any announcements that we as a department have for residents. So we host one every semester, and we strongly recommend that residents join us so that they can be aware of everything that's going on during that time period. Also, large department events. So we do have annual events that RHA does host, and residents look forward to. Just to name a couple, we have Fiesta Mi Casa, which celebrates Hispanic Heritage Month. We have Trick or Troxel during the Halloween fall period, and other events as well. Community events can be anything from community service opportunities or anything that involves the UTRGV community. As well as conference opportunities, if that's something that you're looking into, wanting to expand your leadership skills. Community initiatives. So if you see, let's just say you're living on campus and there's something that you would like to see maybe changed or maybe improved, that's something that you can do so through RHA, and a lot of more other stuff that you guys can keep a lookout for. Okay, and then we have join an area of RHA. So these are just 3 branches of RHA that residents can be involved in throughout the year. First, we have the leadership board. So we have openings for a president, vice president, secretary, marketing coordinator, programming coordinator, budget comptroller, and parliamentarian. So any of these leadership roles can be attained by residents. So if you're someone that is interested in being involved in RHA and seeking a leadership role, such as VP, president, secretary, you're able to do so. And we do give out more information in our town halls. And basically, the executive board helps us plan events or help us start initiatives with residents, which is something that's a really cool opportunity for residents that want to be more involved with the department. And then we also have Battle of the Halls Committee. So this area will consist of one committee chair and various members. We aim to foster a sense of healthy competition and hall pride for all resident hall and buildings. So something that we enjoy doing is just friendly competition between our halls. So that can be anything from a dodgeball tournament, a basketball tournament, or even just attendance competition. So who can take the most residents to a volleyball game? Who can take the most residents to an event that the university is hosting? So that's something that's really cool. And if you have any ideas, or if you would like to see something, a sort of competition happen between the halls, Battle of the Halls would be the committee to join. And then lastly, we have the Buckaroo Committee. This area will consist of one committee chair and various members. We aim to foster a sense of vaquero pride for all residents and establish residents' life as a presence on campus during signature events. So this is everything UTRGV pride and vaquero pride. The Buckaroo Committee, basically what they do is they bring the spirit to any event that we are a part of, whether it's with face painting or decorating something of your own or making posters for our volleyball team or our basketball team. Essentially, it's just bringing the spirit to not just our housing and rest life community, but also the UTRGV community. So we really encourage you guys to seek opportunities to be involved with RHA. It's super fun. It's a way to get to interact with our RAs, our department, and just to gain that experience of being a part of something more than just living on campus.
Thank you so much, Meta. And I think the basic part of all of this is that being involved is fun, right? Being involved is what is going to help you learn about living on campus. It's going to help you meet your neighbor, your residents, your peers. Maybe people will be in the same class as you. So the idea is to get involved. And I'm looking at all of you that maybe were in student council in high school, NHS. Maybe you were in sports. Maybe you're just looking for a way to get involved and to be kind of to spend your time, right? So that way you're not just there and going to school. That way you have some ways to spend your time. So through RHA, through learning about living on campus, through all of the opportunities we've presented, we just want you to get involved. And there's so many different ways for all different personalities to do so. So to kind of wrap up this presentation, every single live session, we talk about our welcome home weekend. This is my favorite part of pretty much every year, to be honest. I love welcome home weekend. There's so much energy and so much excitement and so many things to do, not just on welcome home weekend, but through welcome week. And kind of the biggest things happen right at the beginning of the school year. So to get us started on August 29th, is move-in day. So all day from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., we will be accepting move-ins from our students in both Edinburg and in Brownsville. So come on in, check in, follow all the process the way we've talked about today. And then anything after 4 p.m., we will not be accepting any move-ins because we are going to be getting ready for our mandatory town hall event. It is in Edinburg on at 7 p.m. We are also having a town hall in Brownsville at 7 p.m. And we're going to be giving more information at that time too. And then in the evening, right after that, we're going to be doing a game day social. So we're going to be getting ready for game days, not just football game days, but all game days throughout the year. We have some opportunities to decorate spirit glasses, spirit bracelets, posters. Even you're going to be getting a giveaway at the beginning of the year, so you can even decorate that if you want. Just so many opportunities to get spirit ready, UTRGV ready, right from the start and for the entire year for all of your game days. So that's all happening Friday right after move in. So don't just drop off your stuff and leave. Don't go home. Stay with us, stay here, and stay with us through Labor Day weekend so that way you can get all of this fun. The next is on August 30th. It's the very first ever UTRGV football game. And right now, I'm going to ask everybody that's with us if you are excited or planning to attend our very first UTRGV football game and tailgate, put it in the chat, put a V's up, put something, and let us know that you're planning or hoping to attend. We're going to start in with shuttle lineups. This is still tentative. This is exclusive information for those of y'all that are here right now. It's exclusive information, but we are hoping to have some shuttles from both Brownsville and Edinburg to get us to tailgate. So keep an eye out for more information. And then the actual football tailgate will be beginning at 2 p.m. on this particular game day, and it goes all the way until 6 p.m. So a good afternoon of food, free things, just kind of hanging out, being around. We ourselves as RHA will be tabling. So if you want to get an exclusive seat at our table, go ahead and let us know, join our team, and we'll get you on board. But either way, you can stop by our table, grab some things, stop by all of the booths from the vendors, and get some free items. And then the very first ever football game is at 6 p.m. on that day. So we will be showing it on all of our TVs in our residence halls. We're going to be showing it. They're going to be showing it at the tailgate, and also if you can get a ticket, those start on Monday. All that information just went out. So make sure that you are ready for football game day. Did we have some V's up in the chats? I'm dying to see. Yes, so many people that are so excited for game day. I love it. And then on August 31st, we're going to be super tired from game day, but that's okay. We're going to wake up and we're going to be having some community meetings throughout the day from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. That is just kind of your RAs knocking on your doors, having a meeting with you guys, a chance for you to get to know your neighbor, all these opportunities to kind of learn more about your floor or your community or your hall. And then in the evening, We're going to be having a really casual game night. You can go downstairs, you can check out some items. We have pool, we have ping pong table, not a pool, we have pool, like billiards pool, ping pong, volleyballs, basketballs, games, card games, and different things that you can check out. A really very casual evening. You can come down in your pajamas if and hang out with your neighbors, with your friends, and get to meet people, get to meet your RAs. The next day, same thing, some casual community meetings during the day. And then in the evening, the night before school starts, we want you to have dinner with your RA. We're going to have some prizes, some giveaways that you can do at this dinner. A chance to meet you. Hopefully, by this time, you've already met your roommates. You already know your roommates very well. And by this time, we're going to have some roommate quizzes, some quizzes on our resident handbook. So I really hope you were paying attention. If not, go back and scroll and kind of learn about our resident policies and just really fun items and fun things that you can win and giveaways at this dinner at the dining hall in Edinburg and at Casa Bella in Brownsville. Again, so much going on all the way. This is all before the first day of class. And then you're going to learn more about Welcome Week in the next sessions and everything that's going on once classes do start. So much going on. Stay with us during Welcome Home Weekend. We're all working really hard to make sure that you get a nice, warm welcome. And with that, we are going to our Q&A section. So this is our contact information first and foremost. If you need to get a hold of us, please keep in mind that our email, the home@utrgv.edu, is blowing up right now. And that's a good thing because we are trying to answer your questions as quickly as possible. But these lives are really going to help you in the case that you have specific questions about move-in or anything like that. And if you're kind of waiting for a place on the wait list or whatever the case may be, we are working through those emails as quickly as possible. The whole team is wanting to contact you. Our social media is another place where you can contact us. I've been communicating with some people. Our team has been communicating with some people through social media. So if you need anything, we find a way to contact us and we can help you. We do want as many vaqueros on campus this year. And so just let us know and we will definitely work or try our hardest to help you. And I'm going to take off this contact information and bring us all to the screen just to talk about our Q&As. So did we see anything in the chat? Judith, I think you had a Brownsville specific question. Do you want to answer that?
Yes, so there are some buildings that it will have the A1, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you are in a double, you are still in a single.
Okay, awesome. I also want to shout out, we had a few people that were saying their caffeine. Tenmoy said, no caffeine required. I wish I was on your level. I really do. Um, somebody else said matcha or iced coffee. Shanti? Matcha and iced coffee. I know I have a staff member here that loves matcha. And a lot of yeses for the game. Yay, we are excited. Come and hang out with us. Come with us, whether you're in Brownsville or Edinburg, please um, come with us and have a great time because I'm so excited. I'm ready for the vibes. And then somebody asked, how do you get tickets to the game? I'm going to go ahead and show this. How do you get tickets to the game? So UTRGV Athletics, UTRGV, and UTRGV Student Activities all posted, I think it was yesterday, maybe the day before yesterday, about how to get tickets for the game. But a quick rundown, I'm reading this information just like you are, but what I understood from it was on Monday, the tickets will open up for every single game day. Monday, August 25th, the tickets will open up for students. There's 3,000 tickets for students. If they are all claimed, then they close. So it's first come, first serve. But your deadline to claim them is every Wednesday. I do want to say that for the first game, I can almost guarantee that they will sell out very, very quickly. So make sure on Monday morning you are checking your email constantly so you can get that link and claim your ticket. And that's how to get tickets for the game. Now, all the other nuanced information, that's all on that post. Go read it. But on Monday, August 25th, is how to get tickets for this game day. If anybody else has any information, let me know.
I do see a question there that says, "Can Heritage Hall residents loft their bed?" And the answer is no. Lofting is actually not allowed in any of our residence halls, so no, you are unable to loft your bed.
Good question.
Yeah, however, if you're roommate and you want to make bunk beds, that is allowed, and we can help you with that if you have movable furniture in your dorm.
Hmm. If I'm not mistaken, Heritage Hall has fixed furniture in the majority of their spaces. We are actually hoping to maybe do some social media posts about this, about layouts and things like that in the future. So keep an eye out on these live sessions. We might just have a quick social media post or something to show. Somebody put, okay, thanks. Can I take my battery operated study lamp? That's a great question. Thank you for asking. Yes.
As
Battery
long
operated is fine. Yes.
as long as the bulb is not halogen.
Hmm. Yes. And I don't see any other questions, but if you have questions, please put them in the chat. Again, previous live sessions are going to be very helpful for you in the case that you have any other questions, and then upcoming live sessions. So our next session is on Tuesday, and it is understanding your student bill. That's what we're going to be going over. That's probably what you're like, Monica, all this other information I need to know about my bill. That is our next session. We are going to be going through the details. We have a personalized or presentation from student accounting that will give us all the information, and then I have a personal contact information for any questions that we might have, so I can go ahead and reach out to them for a quick message if there are any specific questions. So definitely join us next Tuesday, Understanding Your Student Bill. And then we have 2 more after that that are coming up. This is just a reminder that room and board is due on August 27th. So that's just a little under a month away. And that is why the next session is Understanding Your Student Bill, because it's very important so that you know all the ins and outs of paying for your student. We have another question. Meta, would you like to, or me? Either one. So the good part about it is that the community kitchen at Unity Hall is actually open to all residents. You would just have to check in with the RA on call. So in the case that you're ever feeling like, you know what, I just want to kind of cook and hang out, the lobby is open for you, and the hours and all the rules still pertain. But the cool part about it is that it's open. So you just contact the RA on call, let them know, hey, I'm from Heritage, I'm going to be heading over to the community kitchen, or from Troxel, I'm heading over to the community kitchen, and you can utilize it. We also have the community spaces, like the kitchenette areas, where you can have your microwave or things like that, so you can get creative. But the community kitchen is available. So yeah, just let the RA know that you'd like to go over and use it. And I'm sure that, especially if you offer them a little bit of what you're cooking, the Unity residents would not complain. So. And we have a shout out that says, thank you so much for helping us like this. Thank you for joining. We are going to be concluding the session, but thank you all so much for joining. We love doing sessions like this because, one, we get to meet you guys even before you come, but two, it helps us kind of clarify some information and put it out there, because if you have the question, more than likely there's other residents that have the same question. And so we really love doing this. Thank you for joining, and we'll see you